Hello and welcome to the Banker's video briefing on our IMF issue. My name is Brian Caplen, I'm editor of The Banker, and I will be leading a team of banker journalists to the annual meetings of the IMF and World Bank being held in Tokyo in mid-October. Here with me I have The Banker's special issue, which will be distributed at the meetings. As always, it contains a wealth of features, comment and rankings. Our cover story looks at the impact on the world economy of the huge discoveries of shale oil and gas in the United States, with the potential for additional supplies to be exploited in other parts of the world. A considerable part of the discussions at the IMF are likely to be occupied with the backdrop of a stagnating world economy. That's why the banker was keen to balance things up with some news of positive developments. Experts disagree about the full impact of shale energy, but those who are maximum bullish think that within 15 years, America will be fulfilling all its energy sources domestically, together with the 3 million barrels per day it already imports from Canada and Mexico. This would break America's dependence on Middle East oil supplies and could change the country's foreign policy stance as much as its energy policies. The IMF meeting is a great place for strategic thinking, and with the action this year taking place in Asia, we've also looked at a key regional question: the economic implications of the political thaw going on in Myanmar. For so long a global outcast, the rehabilitation of Myanmar has implications beyond simply the revival of its domestic economy. A revitalised Myanmar will give a boost to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN's, regional market, as well as providing China with access to the Indian Ocean, thereby creating an Indo-China trading hub. This is an exciting possibility, but there's no getting away from it. A lot of the IMF discussion will unavoidably be focused on the poor outlook for the global economy, and in particular, the complications within the Eurozone. One of the contributors to our IMF issue, Hans Olaf Henkel, a former president of the Federation of German Industries, argues for the Eurozone to be split into two, with the well-managed countries such as Germany, Austria, Finland and the Netherlands forming one half, and the fiscally challenged countries in the south such as Italy, Spain and Portugal forming the other half, each with their own currency. This would give the latter group a weaker currency and allow them to export their way out of trouble. Whatever happens to Greece in all this, the impact of the Greek bailouts on future sovereign debt restructuring, wherever it occurs, is already profound. An article in this issue of The Banker explores the confusion there is about who should be entitled to preferred creditor status, as well as the implication of imposing collective action clauses retrospectively, as happened in the Greek case. As always, The Banker's special IMF edition contains input from many senior politicians and commentators, including this time the presidents of Côte d'Ivoire and Mozambique, the finance ministers of Colombia and Brazil, as well as the central bank governors of Thailand, Qatar and New Zealand. We have comment from the heads of the Asian Development Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, as well as an interview with Japan's Vice Minister of Finance for International Affairs, who talks about how keen Japan is to play a leading role in financial diplomacy. There should be plenty of that at the IMF's annual meeting, but hopefully delegates will also find time to read a packed issue of The Banker.